Hello from RG12. I did try to upload this yesterday, but I had the wrong microphone and it was too noisy with the wind, so I deleted it. Whatever you think about the Unite the Kingdom rally, it was an impressive turnout of people from all walks of life, different religions, different colours. There were speakers and singers on the stage from the ethnic communities, which was fantastic to see because they were British. Obviously there was a few arrests. You get probably over 1 million people together. But one thing I'm glad about is the mainstream media wanted to portray, like they always do, a bunch of right-wing thugs looking for violence, which was completely the opposite. GB News had a reporter on the ground. I'm so glad he did. And he was on the GB News this morning. I think he was talking on the Camilla Tomlin show. And he said the Patriots were pushed down towards the left-wing demonstrators, which caused friction. He said, a journalist, that left-wing demonstrators threw bottles. So he was there, I wasn't. So we've got to go by what the people on the ground said. It was just lovely to see so many happy, peaceful people flying their own flags. Long may it continue. I believe there's going to be another one, which will probably be even bigger. Maybe I'm just being paranoid, but I noticed that when I mentioned Charlie Kirk on this channel, I was getting, up until that point, I was getting a steady drip of subscribers, and then it suddenly stopped. Maybe it's because I've got a little channel, and I probably am being paranoid. It does make you wonder, and I have had some comments from people, nasty comments, that seem to be pleased that he was assassinated, which is quite sad. One of the people that commented on here, I just basically said to them in reply, I pray for you. If they have that much hatred in them for seeing the death of another human being, a young man with a family, then I feel sorry for them. I really do. But we can't be hypocrites. And I believe you do, in America, do have freedom of speech. So they're allowed to say that. In the United Kingdom, there's a perception of a two-tier freedom of speech, depending on which side of the political spectrum you're on. Once again, going back to the report on the Unite the Kingdom rally, the GB News reporter said when the Metropolitan Police were confronting the United Kingdom Patriots, they were using riot gear, not the same for the other demonstrators. Why is that? If they want to stop people talking about the two-tier system. They need to practice the law fairly to everybody, regardless of political persuasion, colour of skin or religion. It's all people want in this country is fairness. So anyway, it went off okay. It was nice to see former Special Forces soldier Ant Middleton talking about running for London. I wish him all the luck. I hope he gets it. The idea of restoring law and order to the capital streets, making it a safer place, what's wrong with that? For everybody. This is the key. It's inclusive. It's not against any group. We're all British. We all deserve the right to be safe in our own environment. The weather's pretty bad here today, as in overcast and rain. Although it's threatening to rain again now. No. Fingers crossed though that this sound quality is okay and it uploads all right. Another thing I was going to talk about yesterday, which sort of on a lighter note, it does have serious context. The Albanian Parliament have got an AI minister. Yep, a robot minister. We've got a few of them. Human versions in our government. Now, surely an AI minister can't do a worse job than some of this government and the previous lot, the Conservatives, who were an equal shambles. So maybe it's not such a bad idea then, after all. Programme it for the best interests of the country, how to save money, make us all safer, more prosperous. What's wrong with that? Most people use AI, ChatGPT, don't they, for doing emails and things. Apparently, even in our parliament, it's been picked up because you notice that there is Americanisms, things that we do not say day to day. I noticed that from reading books. They're saying, when I've read military thrillers, supposedly written by British authors, and they use the saying, take a beat. You Americans will know what I mean. British won't. I just got to get me dog here. Get him on the lead. There he is. Here. Good boy. There's a good lad. Go on. Got him on his lead now. All right. Come on. Yeah, you'll know what I mean. Take a beat. So, it's quite apparent that the book's been written by a ghostwriter. I won't mention any authors' names, but I think those in the military that like reading military thrillers will know where I'm going with that. But it's the name that sells. Fortunately for me, my name's not out there enough. And all I can do is keep writing. But as I've said before, I'm not writing for financial gain because I'd be very fed up if I did. I'm writing because I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. And if one or two people do get to read my books, all well and good. And that's another thing you've just got to put up with, unless it goes over the top. Criticism, fair criticism is fine. I've had people putting reviews, nasty reviews on some of my books, accusing me of not even being a serving member of the armed forces or Walter Mitty, which is disgusting. Saying I hadn't fought in the Falklands, it incensed me that much that I actually did use my MP from the last government because Amazon wouldn't remove the review, and he wrote to them, and it took his intervention on behalf of the British government to remove it, which they did. So thanks to him, he sorted it out for me, because as I've mentioned about the PTSD thing, a lot of people can say, oh, just forget about it, you know what you did and stuff, but it dwells on your mind when you go to bed at night. Someone said something like that, but that comes with the territory of putting your head above the parapet. And unfortunately, being a writer, you'll always have people that you knew in past lives, they just want to put you down. Some of it's through jealousy. Some of them have this misconception that you're all rich if you write books. I wish. Not the case, believe me. There's a lot of small fish in a big ocean. So that's why I just write for profit, not non-profit, because I write for therapy. If you're watching the videos that I'm doing and uploading onto YouTube, you'll see what I mean. Getting near the end of the book and putting them into video format now, they do become more disturbing. And watching it myself, it is like looking at a different person. But I believe I've made amazing progress. I've had some blips. I've tried to have a normal life as I can. And even though you could argue on one point that being a soldier and fighting in war has ruined a huge part of my life, I can't help but being proud of what I did. We liberated the islands, the Falkland Islands, from actually what was, they bandied this word around a lot, the left, fascist regime, a military junta that used to throw people out of aeroplanes, young students, over the South Atlantic. We liberated them, the Falkland Islanders, and they were eternally grateful. And I'm proud to have been part of that, part of our history. Well, I'm back now, back at my house. Maybe I'll get some funny looks of some of my neighbours because of my flag, but I will never apologise for it. Never will I apologise for flying the flag of my nation. So for now, thank you. Please like, please subscribe. RG12 out.